श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किकेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनाम वरानने। आपदामपहस्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पदये नमः। श्रीरामं रघुकुलतिलकं शिवधनुषागृहीत सीताहस्तकरम् अङ्कुल्याभरणशोभितं चूडामणिदर्शनगरम् आञ्जनेयम् आश्रयं वैदेहि मनोहरं वानरसैन्यसेवितं सर्वमङ्गलकार्यानुकूलं सततं श्रीरामचन्द्रपालय माम्। गूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिगोकुलं। यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमः।
राम नाम राम नाम राम नाम तारकम् राम कृष्ण वासुदेव भक्ति मुक्तिदायकम्। राम नाम राम नाम राम नाम तारकम् राम कृष्ण वासुदेव भक्ति मुक्तिदायकम्। जानकी मनोहरं सर्वलोकदायकम् जानकी मनोहरं सर्वलोकदायकं शङ्करादिसेव्यमानदिव्यनामकीर्तनं शङ्करादिसेव्यमानदिव्यनामकीर्तनं रामनामतारकं भक्तिमुक्तिदायकम्.
My pranams to all the bhaktas. In the last episode, we saw how Valmiki Bhagavan was blessed by Narada and Brahma to compose Ramayana by giving him wisdom eyes to see what all happened in Rama's life till then and what is going to happen in future. And we also saw about the greatness of Ramayana and Pirati and Sri Rama. Today we are going to see about the first canto, Bala Kaandam, Avatar of Sri Rama, why he chose to be born to Dasharatha and his early days, and going with Vishwamitra to protect his yaga. Dasharatha was the 35th ruler of Ayodhya, a huge kingdom, by the banks of Sarayu river. Dasha means 10, Ratha means chariot. Dasharatha was capable of riding this chariot in all the 10 directions, including up and down. Vasishta, his Kulaguru, and Vamadeva were two Pradhan ministers in his courtyard. Dasharatha ruled his kingdom very efficiently, but he had an unfulfilled wish that he did not have a son to take over the reins of his kingdom from him. It is said that Dasharatha has earned lots of punyam by his deeds, and so Brahma could not create a human being to be born to him. And that is why Sriman Narayana himself comes as his son. Sumantran, Dasharatha's charioteer and minister, he tells him that Brahma's son Sharat Kumara has already given a solution for this. If Rishyashringar, who is Kashyapa's grandson and Vibhanda Maharishi's son, conducts Putra Kamashtimayaha, your lineage will grow. After getting Vasishta's permission, Dasharatha, along with wives and ministers, goes to Kekeya Rajan and requests Rishi to perform the yaga. Rishi, along with his wife Shanta, comes to Ayodhya to conduct the yagam. First, he performs Ashwamedha yagam for 1 year, at the end of which Dasharatha donates lots of gold and cows to Brahmins and they bless him. Rishi then says that all the hurdle to get a son is removed, and now if you perform Putra Kameshti yagam, your wish will be fulfilled. And he goes on to conduct the yaga. There is a small temple for this Rishi and his wife in Sringiberapuram. Towards the end of the yaga, Brahma and all devas come to the yaga to get their portion of offerings. In those days, yagas are performed as said in Veda and very sincerely, and hence devas come in person to get their offerings. Devas complain to Brahma about the atrocities of Ravana, and Brahma says only Sriman Narayanan has to come to earth as a human being to kill Ravana. Since Brahma was the one who gave such a boon to Ravana, he directs them to surrender to the lotus feet of Sriman Narayanan. At that time, Sriman Narayanan appears before them. He is described as this. He was adorned with a crown made of gold and diamonds, with kasturi tilak in his forehead, with his lotus eyes, and his eyebrows were like a bow, with his red lips, Makara Kuntalam in his ears, wearing Vaijayanti, Vanamala and all other jewels, with Mahalakshmi in his chest, clad in a beautiful yellow dress, with his conch and chakra, gada, his sword and bow and arrow in his hands. On his Vahana Garuda, the Devas worship him. Why he has brought his weapons when he is coming for a Yagashala? To save his bhaktas immediately when they call for his help. He has been waiting for someone to surrender to his lotus feet, and since Devas did it now, he appeared before them immediately with all his weapons to help them. This is the first fruitful Sharanagati. He promises Devas that he will be born as Rama and will live in this earth for 11,000 years and kill all Rakshasas who torture human beings. He willingly picks Dasharatha as his father. We'll see the reason behind this. It is said that Paramatma is not created by anyone and he doesn't have parents. It is to break this, he decides to be born to Dasharatha. But why Dasharatha? Ikshvaku, a predecessor of Dasharatha, once went to Brahmaloka and he saw Brahma worshipping a deity. He is said to have formed from a bubble in Tirupparkadal in Sayana Tirukolam, that is sleeping posture, with Pranavakara Vimanam. Ikshvaku requests Brahma to give him that idol so that he can continue worshipping him in Ayodhya, so that the whole earth is blessed by him. Brahma also gives him that deity. He was worshipped by the descendants of Ikshvaku till Dasharatha. But Perumal somehow is not satisfied with their Aradhanam and he decides to worship his Murti by himself. The deity was known as Jagannathan or Narayanan when it was in Ayodhya. When Vibhishana helped Rama to kill Ravana, Rama presents him this deity and he decides to stay in Sri Rangam, and even today we are worshipping him as Sri Ranganatha. Not only Rama, Sri Krishna also had worshipped his own Vigraha. Once Sudaba and Prasni did a severe penance towards Sriman Narayanan to attain moksham. Appreciating their penance, he appears before them. Taken away by his beauty, they forgot about the boon they wanted to ask and instead asked for a boon by which they should get a son like him thrice. Sriman Narayana agreed to be born to them. He was born as Prasni Garbhan to Prasni and Sudaba. In the next birth as Atiti and Kashyapa, he was born to them as Vamana, and in the third birth as Devaki and Vasudeva, he was born to them as Krishna. The Vigraha worshipped by Prasni was worshipped by them till Krishna. At the time he decided to go to his abode Sri Vaikundam, he gives the Vigraha to Uddhavar and asks him to install the Vigraha safely. Guru and Vayu get the Vigraha and install the Vigraha at Guruvayur. That is why the place is called as Guruvayur. The same Vigraha is worshipped by all of us in the name of Guruvayurappan even today. Let us now go back to Dasharatha's Yagam. At the completion of the Yaga, a golden figure emerges out of the holy fire with a golden vessel filled with sharu, that is payasam kheer, and tells Dasharatha that it is not only a prasad but Perumal's Divya Mangala Murti split into 4 parts. Dasharatha gives that prasadam to Rishyashringar and asks him to bless him, saying, but for him, Dasaratha's wish could not be fulfilled. He then distributes the prasadam to his 3 wives. He splits it into 2 halves and he gives 1 half to Kausalya. He again splits the balance into 2 halves and gives 1 half to Sumitra, his second wife. Again he splits the balance into 2 halves and he gives 1 half to Kaikeyi and the last one to Sumitra again. Though he was fond of Kaikeyi, he has to distribute only according to the order in which he married them. Kausalya consumes first. Kaikeyi knows that the son of Kausalya will be the next ruler, but she wanted his son to be the next in line, and so she consumes a share. Sumitra consumes both her shares at the same time. Brahma instructs all devas to be born as Vanaras, that is monkeys, to help Rama. After 12 months, in the month of Chitrai, Navami Tithi, Punarvasu Nakshatra, Kausalya gives birth to a boy. It is said that every one of us had to be in the womb for 12 months. First 2 months with father and the rest with mother. Dasharatha's children, since they were born with blessings of Perumal, they were with their mother for all the 12 months. Punar means again, Vashu means wealth. He gets back his last Sita and kingdom again. He also indicates that in his next avatar as Krishna, Vasudeva will be his father by this. The next day, Kaikeyi gives birth to a son in Pushya Nakshatra. The next day, Sumitra gives birth to twins in Ailya Nakshatra. This star belongs to Adisesha and Lakshmana is avatar of Adisesha. On the 11th day, Vasishta does Namakarma for the 4 children. First one he names Rama, Ramayatiti Ramaha, one who captures everyone with his qualities. Everyone wonders where from he got this beautiful name, for which Vasishta says, "When I saw the child first, I felt as if he asked me to name him Rama." We mortals do not have a chance to pick our parents' date of birth, date of star, or the names. Since he is Paramatma, he chose as per his wish. Kaikeyi's child is named as Bharata, one who is going to rule the kingdom as a burden. Sumitra's children are named as Lakshmanan, meaning Lakshmi Sampannan, and who is born for doing service to Rama. Shatrughunan means one who is capable of winning over enemies. His main enemy is Rama Bhakti, and he wins over it and does service to Bharata, who is a Bhagavata. Sumitra, when she consumed the first part of Sharu, she prays that since Lord will be born to Kausalya, she should get a son to do Kainkaryam to him, and Kaikeyi's son will be a next in line, and he'll be a Bhakta of the Lord, and her another son should be at his service. This last part is considered to be elixir and the best part, and that is why Rama loves Shatrughunan the most. The children in the cradle were placed in their order of birth, but they kept on crying, and Vasishta asked them to place the Lakshmana's cradle next to Rama and Shatrughuna's next to Bharata. Even then they were crying, and Lakshmana was put in the same cradle as of Rama's and Shatrughunan in Bharata's cradle, and the children stopped crying. As the children grew, they stayed with their guru Vasishta and learnt Vedas and archery. After completing their education at the age of 12, they returned to Ayodhya, and Dasharatha decides to get them married. At that time, Vishwamitra, a great sage, enters Dasharatha's courtyard. He knows about the Sankalpam, that is determination of Sriman Narayanan to kill the Rakshasas who torture and disturb the rishis while doing yaga. He comes here to ask for Rama, who is none other than Sriman Narayanan, to kill the Rakshasas who spoil his yaga. On seeing him, Dasharatha welcomes him and offers him a seat. Vishwamitra knows very well that Dasharatha will never agree to send Rama with him unless Vasishta instructs him to do so. So he starts praising Vasishta. Dasharatha, your ancestors, Sagaran digging ocean and Bhagiratha bringing Ganges to earth, and all the yajnas and yagas you do, and your dynasty is being celebrated by one and all. All this pride is because of the greatness of your guru Vasishta. He is the son of Brahma and Saraswati. Nayakan himself bows in front of him. He knows the past, present and future due to the power of his penance. He not only preaches his disciples to speak the truth and follow the principles of Dharma, he also adheres to it. See, even now, he has taught you to welcome rishis like me. Dasharatha asks him what help he can do. and he promises to fulfill his wishes, not knowing that sage is going to ask for his son Rama. Vishwamitra says that he is in the midst of doing a yaga. Rakshasas are spoiling the yaga by dumping blood and meat in the holy fire. Dasharatha thinks to himself, he himself can curse them or destroy them. Why he is asking help from others? The Rishi tells the answer to this question. While performing the yaga, I should not become angry or curse anyone. So Dasharatha offers his army. Vishwamitra refuses. Then he offers his charioteer and minister, Sumantran, or else he himself will come or even send Vasishta. But Vishwamitra refuses everything and says, Kaga Bakshadaram Veeram, give me your eldest son, the one whose hair is tied like a crow's tail. He is the right person to kill the Rakshasas. On hearing this, Dasharatha is shocked and faints. After regaining conscience, he says, Rama is too young to fight. Then Vishwamitra goes on to say the following. Aham vetmi mahatmanam ramam satyaparakramam vasishtobi mahatejaye cheme tabasi sthidaha. He praises about Rama's glories and bravery and says that he is reincarnation of Sriman Narayanan. Dasharatha, you are the only one who says Rama is unfit to wage a war. There are many great souls in your courtyard who know the power of Rama. You cannot see with your naked eyes that he is incarnation of Sriman Narayana, whereas I can see with my inner eyes. You being worshipped by your folks will not know, whereas I who worship Acharyas know that. One who holds darbai grass in his hands knows, but a king who holds bow in his hand doesn't know. I who have matted locks in my head know, but not the king who has crown on his head. I who sit humbly under my guru's feet know, but you sitting on a throne do not know. I who go in the path of yogam know, but you who go in the path of pleasure do not know. I who do yagam to get salvation know, but you who do yagam seeking a son will not know. Dasharatha, even Brahma, Rudran and Indran do not identify him. And even Sriman Narayana himself doesn't know about his greatness. How do you know? Vishwamitra says, the Lord has not learnt about him completely from an Acharyan, whereas I who learnt about him through an Acharyan know about him. I know Rama is Paramatma because age is not a factor for Brahman. You have Rama at your beck and call, and so you don't recognize him as Paramatma and see him as your child. Dasharatha says, Rishi, you have complete control over your senses, but you are admiring about Rama's beauty. Is it fair to ask such a small child to fight with Rakshasas? Vishwamitra says, Dasharatha, Rama is unlike other warriors who accept defeat and success as one. He goes, kills and wins always. There is no defeat for him. Swami Deshikan starts Raghuvira Gadyam as Jaya Jaya Mahavira. Even today you can have darshan of him in Thiruvallur as Veera Raghavan. Dasharatha doubts if Vishwamitra hypes Rama's power to take him with him. Vishwamitra says, why don't you ask your guru Vasishta, your well-wisher, about what I say? If you think that since I also belong to Ikshvaku dynasty and why Vasishta may favor me, you are wrong. I am not in good terms with him. I killed his sons and abducted his cow and fought with him. So he will never favor me. Okay, if not Vasishta, why don't you ask the other sages in your courtyard who are always in Dhyanam and who know that Rama is Paramatma? Even after such a long explanation, he is unwilling to part with his loving son. He goes on to say that he is not even 16 years old. Una Shodasa Vashome Ramo Rajiva Lochanaha Na Yuddha Yokyadam Ashya Pashyami Sakarakshasehi. Rama has not learned completely about the usage of weapons. He has not fought a war yet. Rama is 12 years now. And why he says he is not even 16? In those days, 16 is the minimum age to wage a war. Periyavachan Pillai proves that Rama was 12 at that time by various evidences in Ramayana. He is not even 16 means he should be less than 16. The Ravana asked Maricha to go as a golden deer to distract Rama and Lakshmana so that he can abduct Sita. Maricha recollected that Rama defeated him when he was just 12 years, when he protected Vishwamitra's yaga, and still he is scared of him. That means Rama is 12 years now. Secondly, when Ravana goes to abduct Sita in disguise as a sannyasin, he inquires about her. She tells him that she is Janaka's daughter and was married to Rama when she was 6 and he was 12 years. And they lived happily for 12 years in Ayodhya. Usually, you should speak only the truth when you speak to a sannyasi, and what Sita says is right. Next, when Rama comes to Kausalya to get permission to go to forest, she says, Dasha Saptacha Varshani, Rama, I have been waiting for 24 years for you to adorn the throne. Dasha means 10, Sabda means 7, Cha means another 7. Total 24 when he leaves for forest. That means he is 12 years now. Let us come back to Dasharatha's courtyard. Dasharatha still argues he is still very young, but you want him to fight with Rakshasas. Rishi says, Siriyan Endri and Ilanchingatte Igadel Kandai. Doesn't fire how small it is burn you if you touch it? My blessings will give him victory. Dasharatha asks, Oh Rishi, did you mistake him for your relative Parashurama who killed 21 generation of Kshatriyas? He is born to me after 60,000 years. Is it appropriate to separate him from me? Since I consider him as mine, he is not pure enough to be given to you. He is Rajiva Lochanan, lotus-eyed. Then Vishwamitra says, Oh Dasharatha, Chandogya Upanishad says that Parampurul is lotus-eyed. Can't you infer from this that Rama is Paramatma? Just as lotus closes its lids at sunset, Rama will go to sleep at sunset. Vishwamitra says, that is okay. Just as lotus blossoms at the sight of sun in the morning, he will also gain power. To this Dasharatha says, if he fights during daytime, he will be tired and wither away like a flower. Okay, then I'll make him fight during nights. Oh no, Rakshasas will gain more power during night. If he is separated from me, he will be like a lotus without water. He is human, they are demons. He is single and they are many. They fight unfairly, but Rama fights only Dharma Yuddha. At this, Vishwamitra gets fed up and starts to leave Dasharatha's court, sarcastically blessing him, live happily with your family. Now, Vasishtha tells Dasharatha, Vishwamitra himself has the power to finish off all the Rakshasas when he is not doing the yaga. He is asking for Rama since he wants to do something good for him. So send Rama with him. Vasishtha, through his inner eyes, has learned about Sita Kalyanam. Vasishtha also has a hidden agenda. He wants his rival Vishwamitra to know how well he has trained his student Rama. Since Vasishtha has ordered to send Rama, Dasharatha agrees and sends Rama with Vishwamitra. Lakshmanan also follows him, though Rishi did not ask for him explicitly, since he is shadow of Rama. Kambar quotes Dasharatha saying, No one has seen his soul depart from his body, but I am seeing my soul Rama leaving me. The journey starts and they reach the banks of river Ganges to spend that night. Vishwamitra tells the story of how Ganga came to earth. One of the kings of Ikshvaku dynasty, Sagaran, performs Ashwamedha Yaga. Ashwa means horse. The horse will be led to roam throughout the earth, and if it has to come back within a year. If it doesn't, the performer of Yaga has to fight with the one who captured the horse and win it and free the horse. The horse disappears suddenly. Sagaran sends his 60,000 sons in search of the horse. They went in search of the horse in all the three lokas. The oceans now are created by the wheels of 60,000 chariots, and hence the ocean is called as Sagaram. They reached Padala Loka, the underworld, and found the horse grazing near sage Kapila, who was meditating. These foolish sons think that Kapila has captured the horse and they try to attack him. Kapila opens his eyes and all 60,000 sons were turned into ashes. Sagaran sends his another son, Asamanchas, to see what happened. he is not shrewd enough and followed the footsteps of his brothers, and he comes to Padalaloka and goes and tells his father that what he has seen there. The descendants of Sagaran, Amsuman, Dilipan, they tried to get liberation for the parted souls, but they could not succeed. Bhagirathan, son of Dilipan, meets sage Kapila and requests him what should be done to get liberation for the 60,000 parted souls. Kapila says, only if Ganga is brought to earth and if it washes the ashes, they will get liberation. So Bhagiratha does severe penance. When Vamanamurti took Trivikrama avatar, his foot reached Satyaloka and Brahma washes his feet with water in his Kamantalu. That water flows as Ganga in Satyaloka. Ganga, pleased by Bhagirathan's penance, agrees to come to earth. But she says, earth cannot bear the force of me. Then Bhagirathan prays to Shiva and he agrees to bear her on his matted locks and leaves one portion to earth. When she flows down to earth, she washes away Janhu Maharishi's ashram. Enraged Rishi drinks her completely and upon Bhagirathan's request lets her out through his ears, and she gets a name after him, Janhavi, and she is named after Bhagirathan as Bhagirathi. Vishwamitra tells such beautiful stories to Rama and Lakshmana through their journey. He preaches them 2 mantras, namely Bala and Adibala, which will rid them of tiredness, hunger, thirst, and will make them undefeatable. Next day morning, he wakes up Rama by saying, Suprabhadam, Kausalya, Supraja, Rama Purva, Sandhya, Pravartade. This is the first time he calls Rama, the name given by his rival Vasishta, and Raman's beauty is such that he loses to Vasishta by calling him Rama. At the outset, it seems as if he is waking up Rama to do Sandhya Vandanam. But daily Vishwamitra offers argyam to sun god, and today when Rama Sakshat Sriman Narayanan is nearby, he wants to offer argyam to Rama himself. Why Kausalya Supraja instead of Dasharatha Supraja? It was Dasharatha and not Kausalya who was reluctant to send Rama with him. Shastra says that a mother has more rights on her son than a father, and if she had denied, he could not have brought Rama with him. Like the saying, Enna nonbu notral kolo, Rama made her mother feel proud till the end. Supraja means good son. The first line of the Suprabhadam we hear daily is taken from this. Today, we have seen Dasharatha's yaga and Sriman Narayanan's promise to Devas to take birth as Rama, Sri Rama Avatar, his Gurukula Vasam, going along with Vishwamitra, story of how Ganges came to earth. In the next video, we shall see about Kamashram, Tataka Vadam, Vishwamitra's Yaga Rakshanam, Akalya Shaba Vimoshanam, and Sita Kalyanam. Sri Sita Ramar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam. Mangalam Kosalentraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Dhanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Kavitargya Simhaya Kalyana Gunasaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha.